sources. So these are the important event sources: button, checkbox, choice, list, menu item, scroll bar, text components, window. So these are all related to GUI, and when you are clicking on the mouse or keyboard or whatever it is, you can generate events using these sources. Now, event listener interfaces. The delegation event model has two parts: sources and listeners. Listeners are created by implementing one or more of the interfaces defined by java.awt.event package. When an event occurs, the event source invokes the appropriate method defined by the listener and provides an event object as its argument. See, these are the listeners. Action listener defines one or more method to receive action events. Adjustment listener, component listener, containment listener, focus listener, item listener, key listener, mouse motion listener, text listener, window listener. So event classes are there. Action event is there, adjustment event is there, component event, container event, all these are there. So for all those events there are listener counterparts. That means for each event there is an event listener. So for action event there is a action listener. For adjustment event, adjustment listener is there. Component event, for that component listener, just like that. For all events, whatever be the event, there is an associated listener. Action listener interface. The interface defines the action performer method that is invoked when an action event occurs. That means when an action event occurs, the action listener interface is performing the action performed event, or it is calling the action performed event. Okay. Adjustment listener interface. That interface defines adjustment value changed. That is a method, and that is invoked when an adjustment event occurs. That means when an action listener event occurs, then the action listener, what the action listener does is, it is calling its action performed event, that method. When adjustment event occurs, then the adjustment listener is calling adjustment value changed, that method. That is an interface, and that is already implemented. Now suppose that you have a key listener interface. Then suppose that there is a key pressed event, then that will call the key pressed interface of key pressed method. When key released, it's also an event, then the key released event method is invoked. And suppose that a key typed event, then it will call the key typed method. Okay. Mouse motion listener. Mouse motion listener means this interface has two methods. Mouse motion means either it is dragged or moved. That means if we are moving a mouse, either it is dragging or moving. And if it is dragged, then mouse dragged method is called, and if it is moved, the mouse moved method is called. So these are the two methods that has to be implemented. And using the delegation event model to create an applet program using event handling, follow the following steps. Implement the appropriate interface in the listener so that it will receive the type of event desired. Implement code to register and unregister the listener as a recipient for the event modifications. Remember that a source may generate several types of events. Each event must be registered separately. Also, an object may register to receive several types of events, but it must implement all of the interfaces that are required to receive these events. Okay. This is how a delegation event model can be used. Depicting the delegation event model. Here, see, after the first three important statements, that is the HTML code for doing this. Here public class simple key extends Java applet means you are going to create an applet which implements key listener. Key listener which implements key listener means it is registering a key listener interface, or it is registering with the source as a key listener. Then string msg int x equal to 10 y equal to 10 public void init. That means here this is the entry point public void init and add key listener. Now this is registering as a key listener object, and request focus request. Now public void key pressed. That means when the key is pressed, what it will do? That means show status key down. That means it is showing key is down. When key released, public void key released, that is implemented as show status key up. Then key typed, message is equal to message plus ke dot get key character. That means that key you have read is added to the message. Okay, and finally you are going to print that message. So this is so it will display when you are dealing with this. I will show you what will happen. This is the program. Import java.awt.star, and this one I have typed, and here this is the applet code. Applet code is equal to symbol key, width equal to 300 and height is equal to 100. And here this is implementing the case listener. That means when an event is generated, here this is a key event, and when that key event is generated, there should be a key listener which is registered. So for that, here I am going to use in this init method add key listener. That means I am registering for this add key listener. This means this object is going to listen the add key event or key event. This is going to listen key event, and that's why we have this request to focus means for focusing on the current input window. Now when a key is pressed, it will show key down. When a key is released, it will print key up, and otherwise that means key type. When you are typing a key, then message, and after that it will print a message. Okay, so I will show you how this can be executed. That means this one already I have saved as symbol key.java. Now using java symbol key.java, I am going to compile it. Compile, then using the applet viewer I am trying to do that. Okay, now when this is executed using the applet viewer, so this is a window which is having width of 300 and height is equal to 100. Okay, I think width is equal to 300 and height is equal to 100. And now I have focused on this. See, when I am pressing a button, then it is displaying key down. When I am releasing, key up. Suppose I am typing something, what it is, it keeps on displaying key up and key down. Okay, that is what is intended here. And when, so this is the way you can execute. So what is the action? That means when I am pressing the key, then this action event, that means key pressed event is generated, and the method which is handling that is key pressed method, and that is printing key down. That means that is why when I am pressing this, key down. When I am releasing that key up, that means key released. Okay, so this is the way you can execute a program, and this is a typical example of a delegation event model. Okay, thank you.